Before starting, I want to mention the main tasks that we need in order to get our project deployed. First, we need to deploy our Flask application. Then we will create a Mongo database, globally Mongo database, and connect it to our Flask application. After that, we will deploy our React application. And finally, we will connect our React application to Flask application. In this video, we will start by deploying Flask application. To deploy the Flask application, we need first to create proc file and wizkey.py file. After that, we need to install gunicorn. So here on the Visual Studio Code, right-click, new file, and type proc file. Make sure that the P should be capitalized. After that, we need to create wizkey.py, and we need to install gunicorn. After that, we need to initialize the wizkey.py file. So by typing from app here, import app, and app equals app. And this is the app that we are calling. Then we'll initialize the proc file. And here is the line that we are going to use. We can see that web is to tell the Heroku to start a web server. And we need to use gunicorn. From the wizkey file that we created, we need to call an app object. And app is an object that used to pass request data to the application and to receive response data. Finally, we need to create a requirement.txt file. This file will include all dependencies that we need to get our application run. And I strongly recommend you guys to use this command whenever you want to deploy or share your application with others. So anyone can run your application and install all the needed dependencies using only one command. Here we will create our requirements file. Right, that it's created here. And when anyone wants to use your application, you can use only this command, pip install-r requirements.txt, in order to install all the needed dependencies. After creating the needed files, now we need to create a new repository on GitHub and choose a proper name for this repository. It doesn't matter to make it public or private, but after creating this repository, you will get commands similar like these commands. You need to insert these commands in the root path of the Visual Studio of your project in order to push your application to GitHub. Then, if you don't have a Heroku account, you need to sign up for a new account. If you do have, go to heroku.com and log in, create a new app, and choose your region. Here on the dashboard, new, create new app, task backend, for example, UDE. Make sure to use only small letters. It doesn't accept capitalized letter, and you can only use dash. In Europe, create application. After that, choose GitHub connect to GitHub. In your GitHub, you need to search for your repository. Then connect to this repository. After connecting, make sure to enable automatic deploys so that when you push a new code or modify your codes, it will detect any new modifications and build it again. Then deploy branch. So now guys, our application is deployed. And here we can see hello world. In some cases, you might see or face some errors. So in order to troubleshoot your errors, go back to your dashboard. Here on the top right, click more and view logs. Here you can see if there is any error in your deploying process. So guys, now we have deployed our Flask application. On the next videos, we are going to create a global Mongo database, connect it to our Flask application, and then deploy React application.